Hello there, I'm Martha, 67 years young, from a small town in Texas. 2 years ago, after my husband passed and my kids moved to California, I realized this house felt too big. The mornings dragged on, the afternoons echoed with silence. Have you ever felt that way? Like loneliness had become an uninvited companion you couldn't shake off. But one day I decided to change that. I walked into my local library, a place I hadn't visited in 20 years, and said, "I'd like to volunteer." That moment changed my life. Today, I want to share this journey with you. Not to boast, but to say, you don't have to be alone. In this video, we'll explore how a simple volunteer application opened doors to connection, why small acts at the library can make a big difference, how giving back became the strongest antidote to loneliness. Let's start with this question: why the library? You know, when I was younger, the library was just a place to borrow books for my kids. But as I aged, I realized it's so much more. It's a hub of untold stories and people yearning to connect. On my first day, I was assigned to sort donated books. Sounds mundane, right? But each book carried a story. I met an 80-year-old woman donating her 1950s romance novel collection. She said, "I want these to be read, not collect dust in an attic." In her eyes, I saw myself, someone longing to feel useful. Then there was John, a 72-year-old retired history teacher. He came weekly to read newspapers aloud for a visually impaired group. His voice, warm and steady, turned headlines into conversations. "I do this to remember how to talk to people," he chuckled. "The library isn't just about books. It's the heartbeat of the community, and when you give your time here, you touch hearts that beat in rhythm with yours." See, all I did was step through the door, but what happened next was the real magic. Let's move to part 2, where I learned that giving isn't sacrifice. It's multiplying joy. The journey when you give more than a smile. By my 3rd week, I was asked to host a children's story hour. I worried, will kids listen to a grandma? But I chose Charlotte's Web, a book I'd read to my own children. That first day, only 3 kids showed up. But when I squeaked like Wilbur the pig, the room erupted in giggles. A little girl tugged my sleeve. "Will you come back next week?" In that moment, I realized I still needed to be needed, to feel loved, to feel young again. Soon I befriended Linda, 68, who tended the library's flower garden. We brainstormed a reading garden, a serene spot for tea and books under the trees. Linda said, "I thought I only knew gardening, but I guess I know connecting, too." Sometimes you don't need grand gestures, just show up, listen, and let your heart lead. Every Friday, we host Generational Tea Time, where seniors and teens swap book recommendations. Once a 20-year-old asked me, "What's your advice for young people afraid of aging?" I replied, "Live like an open book. There's always a new chapter." Then there's Mike, 75, a retired carpenter, who taught me to fix wobbly tables. In return, I showed him how to email his granddaughter. We didn't just give time, we gave each other purpose. I once asked Sarah, a 32-year-old librarian, "Why trust seniors like us?" She smiled, "Because you know how to make time matter." See, the library taught me age isn't a barrier, it's a bridge. But this journey gave me an even greater gift, which I'll share in part 3. Conclusion: when you give, you build a home for yourself. One afternoon, as I shelved books, a quiet man sat beside me. "I'm new here," he said. "My wife passed last year. I don't know where to start." I handed him tea. "Come back Tuesday. We need help writing holiday cards for our Christmas reading program." Now he's our card-writing guru. Each card includes a handwritten quote, tiny pieces of his soul. He told me, "Thank you, Martha. I thought I'd die alone." Loneliness is like a dark room, but when you open the door to give, light floods in, and you realize that room was never empty. Friends, I won't promise volunteering will erase loneliness, but I know this: when you give what you can, a smile, a conversation, a hand shelving books, you plant seeds of connection. Visit your local library. Ask how you can help. Maybe you'll watch kids during story hour, teach a craft class, or simply listen. Your heart will tell you what to do. If you're hesitant, remember Helen, my 78-year-old volunteer buddy. We don't need to be perfect. We just need to show up. Thank you for listening to my story. If you volunteered or have ideas to share, drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like to support the channel. I'm Martha. Until next time, always remember, you deserve love at every age.